And Gene designed this part of the park?
Yes, yes.
And when he designed it, was it Reid Park or Randolph Park?
It was Randolph. They changed it in 1978 when he retired.
And they named it after him?
Yes, when he retired, the mayor and council decided, to give him that, honor or whatever, but the whole family was like, oh. So
they didn't try to get it changed in their name. None of that. The city decided to do it in honor of what he did for 30 years.
Yeah, we were sitting at, I don't even remember where the banquet was or whatever, and they said, oh yeah, we're going to change the name. And, a lot of people were very upset over that.
Yeah, and they still are today. A lot of people think it should be called Randolph Park, and a lot of people still call it Randolph Park. But they don't understand the story of Gene Reid that built this park.
Well, let me just ask you this about the park design, and just pretend my question's not here, like you just incorporated into the beginning of your statement. So just start with, like, the purpose of the park design. Like, cities like New York put a park like Central Park in the middle of it to keep it sane. Like, if you took that park out of that city, it would lose its mind. Like, what was your dad's thinking in designing this park and this hill in terms of what it would do for the community?
Well, it was for Parks and Rec. It was for the kids. It was always about, Parks and Recreation, having a place to go, families and,
But why not just flat grass everywhere? What was the idea with this?
I don't know.
He was a nurseryman. He was
I
a
don't
nurseryman. He
know.
was a grower, a tree grower. They had their own nursery here where they grew all these trees and then planted them. And so he was always a nursery guy, a tree guy.
And it evolved.
It did. Yeah.
And Gene. Oh, sorry.
No, I don't. It's a long time ago. I don't remember all the, the whys or whatever. Just what I remember is he always wanted to make sure people had a place to go and hang out with their families, and because he developed a lot of parks in Tucson. It was always about the kids having recreation, something to do.
He built 80 parks in Tucson. There's a park in every neighborhood in Tucson. Gene Reid built those parks, and everyone has a baseball field and for the kids.
Just state your name and what your relationship is.
Warren Flory, and I come here every day, and I'm a friend of Pam's. I know she lives across the street from me, and so I've studied this park and looked into it a lot, and I know a lot about it.
So a lot of people feel like, if you're a Tucsonan for more than a couple of years, you have a history with this part of the park.
Absolutely.
Kids, every kid has come and played on these rocks.
Yeah.
And they still do. I come here every day as part of my running regimen, and I see kids playing and picture taking up on that hill. Every day there's people taking pictures and kids running around, and it's a great place to bring your kids.
I lived over on Arroyo Chico. I raised 3 kids while I was there for 15 years, and we walked the perimeter of the whole park area every single night, and we'd come and feed the ducks and stuff like twice a week or more.
Yeah.
Try and bring them something better than Wonder Bread.
We traveled all the time to San Diego Zoo and all the different places. It got to be the point that for our summer vacation we go, we're going to San Diego Zoo again, and Knott's Berry Farm and all these places where
you get animals.
You get
and stuff.
ideas on how to, build for the animals for the zoo.
But her dad planted these trees,
That's right, 70 years ago.
these big old growth trees here. He planted from babies.
And he strategically planted each tree so that it would have room to grow as big as they did.
Right.
That takes good planning 70 years ago.
And in my family, you never cut a tree. It was a sin.
Yeah, I know.
So
Trees
only
are part of the
plant, never
family
cut.
of the park, kind of,
It is.
They live here too.
Yeah, and you can't recreate this in a year
No.
by moving it somewhere else.
No,
no.
This has been developing and growing its value for all of this time.
it has.
The people and the trees and the ducks all have a relationship together.
And also, don't feed the ducks bread or popcorn.
Yeah, that we know.
It's not good for them.
Right, there's like
I
grain
see
on
kids
the
giving
floor.
them bread every day, and I'm like,
Right.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We hope we'll be able to keep it.
I hope so. Yeah,
Right.
I came over, but I just stayed in the background, and I said, now just don't say anything. Just let me
But I
walk
couldn't keep my
around.
mouth shut.
Let me
That's
just-
where the history is, right here.
I
She's
said,
holding the
just-
history.
I said, just let me walk around. And
Do you remember like when the trees were being when it was
don't.
being built, right? When you were too young?
I just, that was just kind of his part of his job.
Or did you come and play here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, we were here when it opened up and all that stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But
A long time ago.
she says they started the zoo when she was in high school, so I think he was Parks and Recognizer for years before that, so he was probably building this park the whole
I just
time.
remember as little kids, me and my sister, you're just immediately drawn to that waterfall, and you start
Yeah.
climbing up
Yeah.
those rocks,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you just go right down the trail, right
Yeah.
down all the rocks, and there's just an adventure and a sacred freedom in this place that you don't get anywhere else.
I'm still over here probably every other day. Yeah.
I run that hill. That's how I get my exercise. I run up and down that hill.
When I need to meet somebody, like let's meet somewhere. We need to just get out and like clear our heads.
Oh, yeah.
This is the place to meet,
Oh,
where you
yeah.
actually can have some peace and quiet and some.
Oh, well, it's nice because you can walk all,
And you know, this
all
is
around.
actually one pond. It's two sections of one pond.
Right.
This is one pond.
Absolutely.
People think it's two, but
Right, it
this
goes
connects
under-
them right here, so all the water is connected.
And they say
And the cars are held away from, there's a good buffer from the road to here, so it's more peaceful back here.
that's great. I guess these are
Did
migratory
you
birds
get Zuni
too,
in?
you know?
Come on, dude.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Got anything you want to say to the
Hey,
camera?
what are you doing with that? That's
He's
just
using
real.
it to help the group that are
okay.
trying to fight, so he's going to give
Okay.
it to them to show the city council or whatever.
All right, put it on the news. Put it on the
No, it's good.
the heart of Reid Park. Save the heart of Reid Park. Save the heart of Reid Park. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. They kept us in the dark. Save the heart of Reid Park. 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 Save the heart
People already
Okay, what's your name?
Victoria?
All right, let me see your sign, please. Say at the pond. Okay. Are you a Tucson native?
I am.
Okay.
Not a native, sorry. We've been here for the last 20 years.
For the last 20 years. Okay. All right. So what's the best part of this park that you like?
For us, it's the pond. We have a young son who's been coming here since he was born. And he can tell you the names of all the wildlife.
Oh, wow. Okay. How old is your son?
He's 11 now.
11. Okay. So pretty much it's for him, it's like pretty much a highlight of his time coming here.
Absolutely.
But like, pretty much, I mean, it's kind of like, for me, I grew up here, so I'm used to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is part of life here. You know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, so in hopes, you think they'll keep this away?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's great. You got anything you want to say?
Our son was born just a block away, and so he's native, and he's been coming here since he was a baby.
Oh wow.
Regularly. This is his place.
Okay, so it's his favorite place.
This
So
is
pretty.
the best part of the whole park.
Yeah, it is.
Pond is one of the best places.
Very.
The wildlife that come here is very different.
Yeah, first shot I got earlier, I got a stork earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you don't see those out here that much. So
Yeah.
that was nice, you
And to
know.
be able to come out here, you can't go to the zoo at night and see all the creatures that are out in the
Yeah,
world
exactly.
in the evening too.
Exactly. So hopefully they'll, they won't bulldoze those or anything like that. Hopefully those, hear our heart say and speak, you know.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, me too. All right, y'all got anything else you want to say?
I think that's all.
All right, hey, y'all have a great day. Thanks so much. All right.
she made, so how do you tell them what you made here? What does this look like? Dile que es.
This is the fish.
The fish in the pond. ¿Verdad? Public space. Yeah, public space.
Public space.
Public space.
Public space. What's your name, sweetheart?
Ariana.
Ariana, how old are you?
6.
So you like this park too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite part of this park? What do you like to do when you come? You like to feed the ducks? What do you like to
The
do?
pond and the ducks.
The what?
The pond and the
The
ducks.
pond and the ducks. You feed the ducks. What do you feed the ducks?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Oatmeal. That's weird. I used to feed them popcorn.
Popcorn?
Well, I shouldn't say that, right?
No, you're good.
This all be edited out of the documentary. Hey, what's your name, ma'am?
Come over here, Brian. My name is Krista, and I believe in public health and creating free public space. Especially since COVID started, we need a completely... Voters voted for this, so we understand that, but COVID didn't exist back then.
Right.
And so because of COVID, we need to adjust our policies to now reflect what we need. And right now we need free public space. And what that is allowing our families a space to come together and live together. And that's what we need. It's not too late to go back and change that. You know, we can work on that. COVID didn't exist 3 years ago, but now we need to adjust. And we need to think about our kids and the next generation and what they grow up with. And this pond is very important.
Yeah,
Where is Richard Fimbres to support us? Where is Richard? Where is he? He's supposed to be here.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. Appreciate you guys cooperating. Thanks so much.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We believe in our community and we love our community. And that's what this is for. Did you know that other states in the U.S., because of COVID, they've lost the funding they had to pay for the food for their actual animals in the zoo?
Wow.
They've lost the ability to pay for that need. So it actually is a capitalistic way of maintaining that. Unfortunately, with COVID, a lot of our families have lost that monetary value and ability to pay for that. So it's just an unfortunate circumstance that we really have to adjust to it. And it's like, we don't want to expand something we can't maintain.
Of course.
It only makes sense to allow what we're doing right now with our kids and our families to give that space for public space, and we really need to adjust our policies, and that means what we voted on. And that's why this is so important. So we need our public policy to reflect the need, and because of COVID, we need that free public space, and it's so important for mental health, for behavioral health, for us to come together. It's so important.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Let's see. Let me see signs again. Take the golf course instead. Veto the zoo. Okay, I like that. All right. I will thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out that place.
Zoo line, the park will die.
What's that?
Said the zoo line and the park will die.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. If they take this line, there's nothing else keeping them from just going all the way up to the road. South
Yeah.
of the park to park.
You're right, you're right. What's your name, sir?
Huh?
What's your name?
Peter.
Peter. I'm Gerald. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, no problem. All right. How y'all doing?